Salt Lake City is one of roughly 150 odd municipalities across the country that have engaged a version of police oversight that involves citizens of their community. The Civilian Review Board model in use here in Salt Lake City is one of the most progressive and inclusive models that are out there. Well, the main premise for the Civilian Review Board is so that the average citizen knows that someone other than other officers are investigating allegations of misconduct. I'm completely independent of the city, independent from the police department and from the elected officials. I'm not given guidance, nor would I accept guidance on how to conduct an investigation. So what I do is I take in the allegations of misconduct. I refer them in accordance with the police department or in accordance with the ordinance to the police department for filing, and once they're filed, then an investigation occurs simultaneously with the police department doing it collaterally with myself on a typical type of allegation. On a serious allegation or a more serious allegation, something like an officer-involved shooting, there'll be the internal affairs investigation, CRB's investigation, the outside police agency's investigation, and the DA's office investigation, all looking at slightly different parts of that puzzle. There are 14 members of the board, 2 from each council district, 7 council districts, 14 members. They apply through the mayor's office. The mayor then does a brief background investigation and then forwards those names onto the council, who then make the decision to add them to the board. What the board actually does is it sits and listens to the case presentation. It's provided to them both in writing, and then they get together a panel of 5 are randomly selected to hear each individual case. And then they decide, they're the jury, to find out if the officer or employee's conduct was within or not within policy. The ordinance says that in order for the Civilian Review Board to become involved, a complaint needs to be made with internal affairs. That's the establishing ordinance. So when they contact me, I direct them to internal affairs to advise them that they have spoken to the Civilian Review Board and referred, please open a case. That happens, it's electronically transmitted to me as the second it's opened, and I have unfettered access to all the evidence involved in each of those cases. I'm the only designated full-time city employee. There has to be somebody who has the technical expertise to be able to undertake an investigation, narrow the focus to the allegation, how that allegation relates to the policy, allowing the jury, that 5-member panel, to decide if the officer acted correctly or incorrectly. You can go to the city website and look for us. We have an extensive website, and we publish a quarterly report that details every allegation that was put forth during that 3-month period, so they can see every type of complaint and what action was taken in each of those complaints. And it also directs them to us. It has bios on each of the individuals involved, so their citizen representative from their council district very well may be a neighbor. Then they can contact us, email, telephone, in person,